What is the highest perfection in life? How can we achieve the highest perfection in life? Sometimes we have goals in our life. Sometimes we set these targets of what we want to achieve, or sometimes we don't actually know what perfection in life is. Sometimes we find that the journey that we're taking is hard. It's uphill and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And sometimes we have some easier times. A sign that things are going well is when the doors open up and we walk through the doors. But sometimes we try to go through closed doors and we find that it's difficult to open them. So a clue is when we find that a door is opening is to continue going through the open doors rather than trying to force open the closed doors. Sometimes we can determine what's going on in our life by our mental health and how our mind feels. Sometimes we can determine it by our physical health. And this is the whole thing about living in the material world, is we have these ways that we can tell what life is about, how hard it is, how painful it is, how much suffering are we going through. And with all of these ways of measuring our life, we sometimes question what are we doing and why we're doing it. So let me give you an idea, and I'll give you this analogy. It's quite a clear analogy. Just imagine now that your body is a car. It's a car that belongs to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna is the driver of the car. And you're the passenger of the car. And like all passengers of the car, sometimes we turn around to the driver and say, I know a better route. Let's go this way. It's a shortcut. We'll avoid the traffic. We'll go this way because I think it will work a bit better. But we forget that Lord Krishna, he knows every route. He knows every map. He knows every journey. But still, we don't want to listen to that voice inside us. And we want to do what we want to do. And sometimes, when we're driving along, we turn around to the Lord and say, look, please, let's go this way. And he says, all right, we'll go your way. So we start to go your way, and all of a sudden, the road gets a little bit bumpy. A bit like the bumps in our life. Then all of a sudden, we come across these big hills, up and down and up and down. A bit like the hills in our life. Ups and downs. And then all of a sudden, we get a bit lost. Just like we get lost in life. And then all of a sudden, we hit a wall, just like we hit the walls. So, most of the time, we don't listen to what Lord Krishna is trying to tell us. He's our guide, we discussed before. He's in your heart, in your paramatma, next to your atma. He's your guide, he's your witness. He knows everything that's going on in your life. Whatever you've got planned for your life, he's got something even better. So actually sometimes he takes things away from us because he's got better plans for us. Sometimes we might lose our job, we might lose our home, we might lose a friendship, we might lose some money, we might lose a possession, because sometimes he's got something even more interesting or better planned for us. And what Lord Krishna wants to do is the more closer you get to Lord Krishna by chanting his name, by reading his name, by thinking about him and talking about him, the closer you're going to build up this relationship with him. And all of a sudden you're going to start to hear his voice more clearer. And rather than you serving Maya Devi, who you serve at the moment, because you told me before that she's the one who takes over your mind, you start to serve Lord Krishna instead of Maya. And when you start to serve Lord Krishna instead of Maya, you start to realise you're back on your path. You're back on the journey. He's guiding you. And the more we listen to him and realise Lord Krishna is the supreme controller. He's the one arranging absolutely everything in our lives. Then we start to realise that he's someone we can trust. You see, in life we can't trust anyone here in the material world because everyone wants something from us. They want our Lakshmi, they want our minds, they want our emotions, they want our bodies, they want something for the whole of us. Everyone wants something from us. And we've lost trust and faith in the material world. Therefore, we don't know what we should be doing and how we should be going about it. So you want to achieve your path of perfection. Srila Prabhupada's even written this book for you, your path of perfection. He's going to show you how, by you making Lord Krishna at the centre of your life and your family life, he will start, or he'll continue to make arrangements for everything you need, but you'll start to have more clarity and understanding what he's arranging. And it's very, very beautiful. I'll give you a lovely quick example. Some months ago, I went to the supply room here in the Mandir, and they gave me a brand new dhoti, a brand new chador, a brand new t-shirt, and a brand new jaffa bag. I took them thinking, it's a bit greedy, I've got enough already, I've got one already, I don't need another one. But for some reason I walked out there taking what he gave me. And then 2 hours later I was walking to the gosha and someone poured all red colour over me, and all my old cloths got ruined. And the exact items that got ruined, all the same items he gave me in the morning to replace them with. And the items that didn't get ruined, he didn't give me. He knew exactly what was going to happen. And that's how we know when we're listening to him and he's listening to us and knowing what we need. And it's beautiful. It's a love relationship that's beyond the comprehension that you can ever have with another human being. And it's beautiful. So what we find is we're spiritualizing our material lives. So much so that he's in touch with us. And we realise that everything that he's arranging is by arrangement, because he knows what we need in our life. He's got your whole life planned out. He knows everything. He knows whether you're going to get married, he knows whether you're going to have children, grandchildren, he knows where you're going to live. How will you know? Because you'll start to gain the clarity by you getting closer. The moment you, just like I experienced with my cloths. I'll give you another example. This phone I have is a material phone, but I spiritualize this phone because I only do things for it spiritually. I only look up on YouTube things about Lord Krishna. I only go on Google about Lord Krishna. I don't go on Facebook, I don't go on Instagram and Pinterest. I use WhatsApp to speak to the other brahmacharis here. But Lord Krishna took my phone away from me. So a few months ago, I got into a really bad habit. I've got a very, very busy schedule here. I get up at 3 o'clock every morning, I don't go to bed till 10 o'clock at night, and I have so many different tasks. I found myself setting alarms for every task I was doing. And all of a sudden I got this warning from the phone saying, you've got too many alarms, no more alarms. I've done 30 alarms in a day. I was driving myself mad. And I was driving everyone else mad, because all I heard was my alarms going off, my alarms going off. And then one night, a few days later, it was 1:30 in the morning, I woke up and I wanted to check the time. I had my phone on the table, it was just this high off the ground. I touched my phone, it fell on the ground and completely smashed. It shouldn't have smashed, it was only a few inches off the ground and it completely smashed. I had no alarms anymore. I had no phone anymore. And for 3 weeks, I only had a normal bedroom alarm clock with one alarm to wake me up in the morning. That's all I had. So I had to learn to live without alarms. And then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 weeks later, another devotee said, I've got a phone that you can borrow. And he gave me the phone. And now I have an alarm to wake me up, I have an alarm for my medicine, and that's it. And that's it. And it's beautiful. So this is how we realise that Lord Krishna is doing things for us. He teaches us. Every challenge he teaches us. And he moves us on to the next lesson. And we have these realisations that we're learning something. So yes, you need to read this book. Sorry to lumber you with books here. This is really going to help you with your journey. Your pathway of perfection, as you call it, is exactly what Srila Prabhupada has written about. And there you start to realise, okay, this is what your goal in life is. And do you know what your goal in life is going to be at the end of the day? Your purpose in life? What our purpose in life is? Our purpose in life is not just to live in the material world, to earn money, to work hard and work like an ass. Our purpose in life is to serve the Lord, to make it the centre of our life. And he'll explain it in that book, and how you can reach that point, the pathway of perfection. And it's beautiful. And it's the only relationship that's going to be on that deeper level that one could ever desire. And it's the most beautiful one you can ever have. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant his name every morning when you wake up, and during the day when your mind gets distracted, chant and chant and chant. Read, chant, read, make your focus. If you've got, is there a local ISKCON near you? Is there an ISKCON Mandir near you, where you live? An ISKCON Mandir. Is there an ISKCON temple near you? Where do you come from? Near Mayapur. Okay, so when you can, go to the Mandir in Mayapur. Okay, try and visit it when you can, and meet up with other Matajis who are there, and start building up some relationships, and they'll help you and guide you as well. And good association is going to help you on that path here as well. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so how do you determine whether Maya's talking to you or Lord Krishna talking to you? Some people will say when Lord Krishna's talking to you, it's a little bit like that intuitive feeling inside you, what feels right. Sometimes you're doing something. I'll give you an example. One day I was trying to book a ticket online. I was flying somewhere. And every time I tried to pay for it, I couldn't get it to happen. It wouldn't accept my credit card. There's nothing wrong with my credit card, but for one reason or another, I couldn't book the ticket, I couldn't book the ticket, I couldn't book the ticket. And sometimes we try hard and hard. I want it to happen, I want it to happen, I want it to happen, I want to book it, I want to book it. And this is a sign. This is a sign that maybe you need to step back and leave it and come back to another time, because maybe you're not meant to be booking that ticket, or maybe you're meant to be waiting for another opportunity to happen to make sure that the ticket's the right ticket. So when things go easy and fluid and the doors open, that is a sign that you're going in the right direction. But when you find difficulty, you feel anxious, you feel uncomfortable, it doesn't feel fluid, that's telling you possibly it's not right. I should go back to the Maha Mantra, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Lord Krishna, through your Maha Mantra, through this jap, I want you to take these jap mantras actually, because everything here is multiplied by 1,000 times. And that's why these mantras are very important. But if you want to use your existing ones, no problem at all. The chant, use your mantras, keep them on your tongue. Where is your mala? Now where's your mala? Okay, this is what I'm trying to say to you. You keep your mala on you all the time. It's something that you keep with you. Just like you carry your handbag, you carry your other things that you need, make sure your mala is with you. And then you can easily have a conversation with the Lord. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then you start to materialize every moment, you start to spiritualize every moment that would other be just either mundane or just material. And then you start to realize that your life is becoming more spiritual, and then you'll find that you're on your true path of perfection.